said that you haven't felt that nervous, maybe ever. Just how did you feel and how did you kind of get over that?
I felt nervous.
Yeah, bad question.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's definitely a new feeling. Never had to come into a tournament come into a Grand Slam. I mean, I went to Indian Wells once. So I did feel like that gave me a little bit of practice, but the amount of nerves that I felt today was completely different than in California. So, yeah, I'm kind of really glad that's over.
How did you get over that?
Oh, I didn't. It was kind of consistent throughout the entire match, which was very strange for me because normally it would be like the first couple of games or the first set. But yeah, it never really went away.
I mean, from 1-4, 15-30, it seemed like something clicked within you. You played that great string of 10 points, got that first set, and she played a great match as well. I mean, at patches, it seemed like you were playing as good as you had played in Australia. Did you feel that way? It may have been hard to hold, but...
Yeah, I mean, I think there were moments where I played really well, and then moments where, I mean, I didn't play as well, but I think as a whole, I just need to learn how to stay more consistent on the good side. But I didn't really expect myself to play amazing today. And I knew it was going to be a really tough battle. The only thing I would have wished is that I won the first match point.
Naomi, there was a recent player council election and there's new players who are on the player council. As someone who's at the top of the sport, even if you're not on the council, how involved would you like to be or how informed are you? And is there anything you feel that is very important that the tour needs to address?
I mean, I know that Salone got elected because every day she came up to me and asked me to vote for her. She was very passionate about it, too. And I know Donna got elected because I saw that on Twitter. But yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like the people that are very outspoken about things they want changed are the ones that are like Salone, like they actively want to get involved. So I'm not too worried on that part.
Well, how would you describe your journey from a year ago to now with obviously the success at the next major and then the challenges that you had in the months after that?
Yeah, I mean, I would describe it like a book. It's not quite done yet, but I mean, it's like currently being written. So I don't know how the ending's gonna be. I only know what the chapters are, and for me, I'm just reading it, you know?
What would be the best way to describe the chapters that have unfolded in the last few months?
Plot twist. But the kind of plot twist that makes you want to keep reading it.
Naomi, you've been talking about having a more positive mindset. Did that help you today when you were dealing with the nerves to kind of battle it back, maybe?
Sorry, I'm just gonna...
We see each other. Did that help at all today?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there are a lot of experiences that I draw on, especially today. I knew that, you know, she's never played on Ash. I've been lucky enough to play on Ash a couple times. Yeah, I just feel like I'm more used to the big atmosphere, so I think that definitely helped me in certain moments. And yeah, I feel like I at least try to draw on the things that happened to me in the past.
Yeah, but did they talk to you about playing during the day versus the night, and did you care at all?
No, I don't really care. Like, I love the heat, so I'm fine to play at day, and playing at night just means you can sleep in more, so I'm cool either way.
At the ripe old age of 21, I wonder if you could give some advice to 15-year-old Coco Gauff and how to handle the expectations that are starting to build for her and, you know, the publicity and attention she's starting to get.
I don't think anyone would want advice from me, though. Like,
It's a little home renovation during the US Open.
oh, okay. I thought something was happening. Advice? I don't know. She seems to be doing fine. And I think everyone's different in the way they process things. And I've actually been trying to talk to her recently because I feel like she's a little bit like me, a little bit, well, I saw her in the locker room and she just had her headphones on and I was like, oh, looks familiar, you know? So yeah, I just went up to her and like talked a little bit and she's super sweet. So yeah, and like I've actually hit with her back when she was 13. She's 15 now.
Way back then.
And yeah, her dad and my dad are actually quite cool. So she seems to be doing great.
There have been quite a few matches, big matches where you've been down and you turned it around. Did you get more of a thrill out of that, or would you rather go to the court and blow your opponent off the court?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there was a term for it last year, because I remember last year I did it a lot. I would call it razzle dazzle. So like after the match, I would be like, did you like that razzle dazzle? But yeah, I don't really like this. Like I would prefer not to play 3-set matches. I feel like, you know, playing two-set matches, it's more decisive and clean, and it feels more firm. Like you put a statement out that you're playing well, you know, as opposed to 3-set matches. But I do feel like if you play a 3-set match, you get a little bit more out of it. Granted, like you do more running, so it's a little bit of fitness too. At least that's my way of thinking about it. So I think it depends on the person.
With the 3 sets and the running that you did, I'm just curious how your knee came through it. Was it something that you had to manage at all, or is that behind you?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's behind me, but do I say it's behind me? What do I say to this? It's in front of me and it's behind me. I don't know. It's something that I'm thinking about it, but I'm also not thinking about it. I'm actually not trying to be funny when I say this one, if that makes sense.
Naomi, can you compare where you were at physically and mentally last year as opposed to this year? And do you feel like there's more of a bullseye when you're back as the defending champion here?
I don't feel a bullseye. I feel more like I'm trying to do something, if that makes sense. And I feel like at this point, everyone that I play is going to play really well. And I just need to learn how to cope with that and expect that going into the matches. I feel like I've been doing a better job of that recently, but I think I need to factor in the fact that this is a Grand Slam too, and that's also going to raise everyone's level. So I shouldn't be taken by surprise as much as I was like today. Yeah, I mean, everyone kind of knows, like, last year, lost 3 matches in a row, just wanted to win 1 match here, and this year, back-to-back quarterfinals, and I feel like I can really do something here, so that's what I'm trying to do.
All right, last question in English.
Naomi, you grew up in New York, and I'm just wondering how often, if ever, you rode the New York City subway and what you make of it, and when was the last time you've been on it, if ever?
Yeah, I mean, I went with my mom to work sometimes, because when she used to work here, she worked in the city, and we lived in Long Island, so, like, we would take the train there, and she would always be holding my hand very tight. But yeah, I think the subway experience here is definitely something, if I had to classify it.
All right, thank you, everyone. Japanese?
ランドスラム、US オープンのそのディフェンディングチャンピオンとしてのそのファーストマッチでしたけど、そのナーバスになったっていうのはその自分が想像していた以上にナーバスだったんですかね。その自分の想像以上のものでしたか。
Yeah, I mean, for me, of course, there's a lot of inner nerves, but someone asked me about if there's a bullseye earlier, and I don't feel the bullseye, but I think people expect me to be nervous at this point, you know, and that's what is the most concerning part because I like to prove people wrong. And I just remember, I remember 2 years ago, I played Kerber here. She was the defending champion, and I could kind of see how stressed out she was when I was playing her, and that was in my favor. So I don't want to give people that look. Like, I want to be super calm, and I know I wasn't calm today, but yeah, I want to be like very confident in my abilities.
今の質問の続きなんですけど、試合をしてるときすごく笑顔、スマイルしてたと思うんですけど。
今日? Oh, I didn't think so, but okay.
You're pretending that you're relaxed or
Oh,
so
fake it till you make it, you know? No, I mean, there were some moments where I was actually genuinely, I thought something was funny, but I don't laugh like as a fake, you know? No, it was actually genuinely funny, yeah. Like, there were some points where it was just a bit ridiculous to me, so I would be laughing after, but I wasn't pretending, no.
ちょっと違う質問ですけど、今日着てたウェアについて自分がどう思ってるかっていうのと、アペチトスさんと一緒に仕事して、その今デザインとかどう思ってるか教えてください。
Yeah, I mean, the design, it was Nike and Sakai, and I really like it. I think it's probably the cutest thing that I've ever worn so far. And designing it, it was a little bit rushed, like by Nike. I don't think I was supposed to wear like a collab yet this time around, but they were so kind. Sakai team were so nice and kind, and they managed to get it done, so I'm really grateful for them. I kind of just picked the colors.
最初に言ってたことの続きなんですけど、ケルバーの勝った時っていうのとすごく逆のシチュエーションが似てて、で自分がケルバーの立場、対戦相手は若くて Nothing to lose でっていう、なんかそういうあの時は私が勝った立場だったけどっていう、それは試合前とか、考えたりしましたか？2年前に自分がケルバーに勝った時のことを、ドローが決まった時とかに。
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about that match while I was playing a little bit, but only in certain moments. It wasn't like it was weighing heavy on my mind, but I was thinking like, you know, I'm in this position right now, and literally, it was a bit weird, but I was thinking literally anyone that I play in this tournament right now would be a challenger. And it's so weird to me because I feel like I'm always the challenger until recently, but yeah, being number one and then defending the title is two things that are a little bit out of my control at the moment, and I know that everyone that I play is gonna play super hard and they're gonna want to beat me, and they're probably gonna play lights out, so that's something that I was thinking about, that I had to deal with, or not that I had to deal with, but that she had to deal with me, you know. Oh, sorry.
あまりメンタルがアップアンドダウンがなかったと見えたんですけれど。
You're so nice.
タフなシチュエーションいっぱいあったけど、自信はありましたか？
Me, yeah, I mean, I always have confidence in myself. I think 3-set matches is kind of my forte a little bit, because it's the time to figure stuff out, you know? And that's usually, the third set is the set that I calm down. So I'm not too nervous about that or unconfident. I think just for me, usually when I'm in the heat of the moment, usually when I'm in the heat of the moment, I tend to not rationalize things. So I go for shots that aren't necessarily there. But I think that that's something that I'll get over with time, like as I play more matches.
Last question? Japanese? Yes.
昨日の夜、セレーナとシャラポワの試合がありましたけれども、あんな大スターがこう1回戦で対戦しているということに何か思ったこと、感じたことってありますか？
Yeah, I mean, I thought that that was a really fascinating first round match, and I knew that everyone in the tournament was probably definitely gonna watch it. And I was watching it too until 4-1 because I had to go to sleep. But yeah, I mean, Serena basically had her foot down the entire, well, the part that I watched. Yeah, she just did what she does, so. I had traumatic flashbacks to Toronto.